Okay, here we go. We are at game 2 of the what are we calling this? Team Bobo Australia Invitational. We've got 10 people 10 whole players this time. The other game was only 4 players. Looks like the new additions are Caden, and Edith. Everyone else looks to be the same. But teams have totally swapped around. We got totally different people on the different teams. Gonna be pretty crazy. I still have no idea who Sonata of Death is because nobody is named anything like Sonata of Death. Unless this means Sonata of Death. I honestly don't know. Still a turbo game, of course. But now it's 5v5. Should still be pretty fast paced, but now it might be a little bit different as far as laning goes. I don't know. It's gonna be super exciting. Last game, the dire side ended up winning. Nice job OD, able to grab the rune with a nice Astral Imprisonment onto Harlequin. They're getting pretty aggressive onto Fever. Fever last time was the PL. Ended up losing. Lots of stacks by Bristleback onto Fever. Fever's probably going to go down, and one more pop of the quills, and Fever does go down. First blood claimed by Edith onto Fever. What kind of lanes are these? Okay, so Ico Star is top on the Queen of Pain with Splodge. They're both taking quite a bit of harassment. Ico Star dropping quite low. Thirst on Quata, but they're not able to quite catch up, not able to quite do enough damage. Yeah, so at top, facing off against Ico Star and Splodge, we've got Quata on the Bloodseeker and Kadon on the Disruptor. Very different roles than last time. Last game, Quata was on the Shadow Shaman, Ico Star was on the Bat, Splodge was on the Pugna. Everything's totally switched around. So much action happening. They're going to die really quick, aren't they? Splodge aggressively goes forward with the Battery Assault onto Quata. Can they finish him off? Bloodright goes down. Splodge, gets nicked by the very edge of Bloodright and dies to that last bit of damage. Ico Star doesn't have enough for a blink. Probably also going to go down. One more hit and Ico Star goes down. Quick 3 kill lead by the Radiant side. At mid, we've got Feedith on the Juggernaut versus Harlequin on the Puck. Harlequin definitely seems to favor mid heroes. Played Invoker last game, did pretty well. Feedith was a Skywrath mage, also at mid. Now it's Jug versus Puck. Puck doesn't do too much damage, so it might not be too bad, especially within a turbo mode. Who knows? At bottom, we've got Age of Dampiers on that Centaur Warrunner, with Fever on that OD. Fever seems to like the carry route, going carry OD, it seems. Interesting. In the safe lane. Age of Dampiers was Legion Commander last time. They get the nice Astral Imprisonment with Stomp and Double Edge onto Edith, but Edith is so tanky, already has Power Treads. Following Fever around, is Fever going to be able to survive? It does not look like it. 2 seconds to the next Astral, and down goes Fever. But at mid, Harlequin also goes down to Feedith somehow. No, Omni Slash just spinning. Must have caught Harlequin in between orbing. Didn't quite have enough to get out. So at bottom, versus Age of Dampiers and Fever, we have Cool and Comfy on the Keeper of the Light, Coddle, and we have Edith on the Bristleback. This is the first time I'm seeing Edith, and the first time I am seeing Kadon on the Disruptors, so we shall see their styles. Edith apparently likes to be an offlaner. Bristleback is super annoying. Oh, and paired with Coddle, it's like the grossest combo ever. The gross part is when you get... So the Coddle has this Chakra Magic skill, and it lowers the cooldown of all abilities that are on cooldown, and gets mana. Oh, poor OD. Probably meant to Astral Edith, but accidentally Astrals himself. And trying to man-fight Edith. Fever trying to escape. Probably going to go down. Oh gosh. Fever goes down once again and able to take down Age of Dampiers. Part of the messed up combo. So the cooldown of Quill Spray is only 3 seconds anyway. So with Chakra Magic, you get to instantly do 2 quills. It's kind of crazy. So 2 stacks all at once. And Nasal Goo, of course. So that was a lot of damage all at once. Very sustainable. They should have a lot of fun. How are things going? Oh gosh, Quata dropping pretty low. Trapped in the cogs with Battery Assault, and down goes Quata to Splodge and Ico Star. Ico Star is dropping pretty low, but Kadon doesn't have any mana for the Thunder Strikes. Harlequin's rotating top on the puck, hoping to finish off Ico Star. Ico Star is very low. If Harlequin can get any vision, should be able to pop the Dream Coil on. Oh, nice glimpse back of Kadon. Oh, that was sick. Glimpse back Feedith right as Feedith popped the Omni Slash, and that just sends Feedith all the way back to mid. Kind of hilarious. They are in fact able to finish off Splodge though. Somehow Ico Star was able to presumably get a salve and stay alive. Kadon has level 6, but not really very much mana at this point, so not really going to do very much. Quata is not level 6. Oh, at bottom, down goes Age of Dampiers once again to Edith. Edith is dropping kind of low, but able to take out both Age of Dampiers and Fever in quick succession. Has Blade Mail already, doing incredibly well on this Bristleback. Leading the net worth by quite a fair amount with 5k. Jug at mid. Feedith has the next highest net worth with 4.2k. Down goes Splodge at top. Kadon is having an incredible game on that Disruptor. I'm guessing that was, yeah, combined with a Rupture. Splodge had no chance. Is not level 6 yet. Does not have Hookshot available. Ico Star has a Sonic Wave available. I'm assuming, yep, has Sonic Wave available. Potentially looking to combo something with Feedith. Puck Harlequin on the puck is very, very evasive. Oh, but does not have Phase Shift. So actually, that explains why part of why Harlequin is having a little bit of a rough time. Did not get any levels of Phase Shift, so cannot dodge any of those spells. It does make sense versus a Jug. Not really much to dodge. Still a bit odd though. Edith picked up the Voodoo Mask, going straight for that Octarine Core. Very fun build, going for maximum quills. Nice, they trapped Quata into the cogs. Blade Fury quickly on the Quata, and Quata goes down. Ico Star didn't need to pop the Sonic Wave. And Splodge was able to save the hookshot. There we go, Splodge hook shots to stop Kadon from getting the rune. Kadon drops down the static field, able to trap Splodge in there. Dream Coil also dropped. Kadon goes down to the Blade Fury. Ico Star had to drop the Sonic Wave, doesn't really have much mana. Harlequin's able to orb and whatever out of there. Orb and jaunt out of there. Got a pause by Splodge on the Radiant side. Oh gosh, Edith is just having such a good game. But Jug is also already level 12. Pretty crazy. Got a DC on the Coddle. Okay, so Feedith is making up for it. I thought with the crazy amount of kills that we've had. 6 kills on Edith. That is kind of crazy. This Bristle's been having a pretty intense game. But Feedith only has 2 kills, but has been having a really good time getting farm last hit wise. Yeah, doing pretty good last hit wise. They're all having a lot of fun in all chat, explaining each other's strategies to them. Hopefully Coddle will come back soon. Let's see. So what items are people going? Ico Star is crazy support. So going for Yules next. In general, Yules is good. Helps to dispel the effects of Puck's Waning Rift. All the stacks of Bristleback, I think. Oh no, it can't be dispelled. Okay. Helps to dispel various things. Oh yeah, Silence from Bloodright. Various things it can help. Oh, and you can avoid Bloodright. Yeah. Jug's going for Battle Fury to maximize the farming and damage for that with that cleave. Age of Dampiers going for, okay, going for takiness in general. Maybe going for the headdress. Maybe. Seems like headdress. Wow, Edith is so tanky. Double Edge did like no damage to Edith. Edith, like we said, is going for the Octarine. Kadon's here now. Age of Dampiers is probably going to go down. Drops a static field, but Age of Dampiers has already been popped out. AJ appears pretty low, pops Stampede to try to survive, but Edith is still here. One more cool spray, and down they go. Fetus does take out the Bloodseeker, popping the Omni Slash. Fetus able to complete up the Battle Fury. Lots of damage that should increase Fetus farm even more. But it looks like Bristle has taken the lead over the Jug when it comes to overall net worth at this point. I doubt that will last. Edith's been getting some really good hero kills. They're rotating it around to mid. Fever is probably going to die unless he can get some really nice TPs in. He's playing it safe, staying back close to the tower, but they spot him out. Fever, are you going to be okay? Astral's Edith try to survive, try to save himself a little bit, but we've got Static Field, we've got Beam Coil. Fetus TP's in, has the Blade Fury, but no Omni Slash. Fetus got to be very careful. Static Storm dropped by Kadun, but has no Static Field, Kinetic Field, whatever. Oh, nice glimpse back. Icostar tries to blink away, but gets sucked right back in. Nice Will-O-Wisp by the Coddle, by Cool and Comfy to try to keep in Icostar, but Fetus is able to get away really quick. Has the Healing Ward to protect himself. Oh, it's Kinetic Field. Why do I keep calling it Static Field? I don't know. It's Kinetic Field. That's what it's called. Age of Dampiers farming a bit. They totally spot him out because they have some pretty good boards. Is he going to be able to get away? Caden's rotating around. Age of Dampiers, are you going to TP out before they see you? And get spotted out. Nice Kinetic Field. Thunderstrike for the vision. Oh, Sonic Wave by the Quap onto Edith. Edith dropping actually kind of low. Age of Dampiers does drop. Edith gonna die. Hookshot on Edith. Caden's dropping crazy low. Caden goes down. Splodge finally goes down. Edith stays alive the entire time. Icostar also goes down. 3-for-1 trade. Pretty crazy. And once again, Edith takes a net worth lead considerably. Has 10 kills to his name. Bristleback is having a pretty crazy game. My goodness. Okay, Age of Dampiers going straight, finished up the Vanguard, going straight for the Heart. Once again, similar to last game, not really choosing to go for the Blink as one of the first items, neglecting to get any kind of initiation ability. I guess they're going to rely more upon the hook shot to set up those fights, to catch people that are escaping. Feedith going for, oh, I love it. Going for the Silver Edge build. Invisibility. Very, very good. Very, very important versus a Bristleback. Edith has a finished Octarine. Look at that. Look at that cooldown. 2.3 second cooldown on the Quill Spray. 1.1 seconds Dream Coil dropped onto Age of Dampiers. Harlequin has Deso. Rupture also popped just to make sure Age of Dampiers cannot get away. Nice cogs. Very nicely positioned to zone out entirely the dire side. Oh gosh. Astral Imprisonment and Hammer dropped by the OD, but doesn't really do much. Fetus tries to go in on people, but ends up popping the Blade Fury and TPing out. Not able to do enough damage. The damage was spread across way too many heroes. Fever dropped the Hammer quite early. Sanity's Eclipse does not really do very much damage when you don't have the when you don't have many stacks. So it does damage based upon how many charges you have, based upon your difference between, what is it, your mana and the target's mana, and you get more mana by stacking up your other skills. Every time you cast Arcane Orb or Astral Imprisonment on an enemy hero, you get a stack of, you get 3 stacks of that stuff, whatever. So Quap almost at the Yules. Jug has picked up the Shadow Blade. Feedith is kind of far from Silver Edge, but it should be coming up pretty quick. Feedith playing a very careful game. Age of Dampiers quite far from that heart. It's gonna take quite some time before he gets there. Splodge has in this rune, going for that blade mail, very far from getting anywhere. Scouting out with the rocket flare. Fever going for something. All he's got so far is treads, double null tallies, and that's it. Not really sure what they're going for. Coddle has Tranquil Boots, very classic. Finally picked up the Force Staff. That's going to be very helpful versus the Cogs. In general, Force Staff is a very good item. Caden's already has a Force Staff. Not really sure what they're going for. Quickly does a D-ward though. Very nice. Let's see. Harlequin's got going for the right-click build. Has the phase shift attack. Ever since they added that, people are going for right-click builds on the puck. Has the Deso, has the Maelstrom, going for a crit. Pretty insane. So phase shift, whenever you phase shift, it's going to attack everyone within your attack range. It's going to send an attack to all of them. See like that? And every single one of those attacks is like a normal attack. So it has a chance to proc the lightning. Oh gosh. And Vedith walks right into the Sentry Ward, into the trap, into the Static Storm and Kinetic Field. Able to get off the Omni Slash though. Wow. And Blade Fury right out. Down goes Kaden. Down goes Quata. Vedith is perfectly fine. I thought he was done for completely. Edith dropping kind of low, but still. Oh, and the break, and down goes Edith, ending the 10 times kill streak. That was pretty crazy. Harlequin able to get away, getting a couple more right clicks onto Echo Star. 3-for-1 trade though. Vedith is really showing his power at this point. He survived the entire duration of Static Storm, stuck within the kinetic field. There just wasn't enough follow-up by anybody else on the team, so he was able to cast Omni Slash immediately. And then Blade Fury once that was over, and pop the Healing Ward. Perfectly fine, no big deal. Little unfortunate. I'm not really sure what Edith's going for at this point. Oh, Sanity's Eclipse dropped by Fever. Honestly, didn't seem like it did like any damage at all. Okay, who's trapped in the cogs with who? Splodge quickly goes down to Edith, kind of trapped in the cogs with him, but able to kill Cool and Comfy in response. Age of Dampier is trapped in the Blood Right and Kinetic Field and everything. Down he goes. Fetus able to get out, but sadly everyone else dies. Another 3-for-1 trade, but in the opposite direction. Harlequin is having a great time with this build. Has the finished Daedalus. I wonder what... Okay, going for double crit. Good choice, good choice. The dream is to be able to one-shot any creep wave. Well, I mean, obviously one-shot the entire team. But one-shot a creep wave is very, very helpful. At this point, I don't think she can. Yeah, not quite. Not without procs of lightning.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I want to see a Divine Puck. Divine Rapier Puck. Very, very fun. Ico Star has the completed Yules. Going for BKB. And they're having epic fights of the dewarding. Ico Star wins that fight.
Is under attack.
And drops another ward to be able to get vision. Rupture onto Ico Star. Ico Star walks able to avoid the Blood Right. Astral onto the Bloodseeker. Dream Coil onto Splodge. Oh my gosh, Harlequin dropped down instantly. And down goes Cool and Comfy to feed his Omni Slash. Fever gets out of there. So 2-for-0 trade. Fetus is still there though. Could very easily kill Bristleback. Fetus quickly takes down the Coddle. Down goes Quada, soon to follow up. Edith is still alive, has a DD, hook shot onto Edith. Very nice job by Splodge with the cogs to push back. For some reason, Astral onto the Edith for some weird reason. Just cause they are dropping so hard. Edith is just jettisoning out so many quills, doing so much damage. Here comes Edith with the break on the Silver Edge. Finally able to stop all that stuff from happening. Can they take down Edith? Looks like Edith gives up. After Edith has given up, has killed both Age of Dampiers and Fever. That was insane, but they finally are able to take down the Bristle. That's one of those situations where like you really wish your team would listen to you. But Edith clearly knows what he's doing. That's why he got the Silver Edge. He knows Silver Edge onto Bristleback so that you can attack him from behind and he can't pop the Quill Sprays. It's going to prevent all that damage reduction. So if your team was kind of like aware of that, then they would not attack and they would kind of like kite until your Silver Edge is up, and then you go you go ham on the Bristle. But of course, they just ended up killing themselves. Very similar to last game when Quata kept killing himself as Shadow Shaman to the Nether Ward. That was kind of funny. So Icostar has finished up the BKB. Jug has the Basher. Has enough for Abyssal, I'm sure. Not really sure what he's going for next. Centaur is still working, Agent Ampere's still working up on that heart. Still a little bit of a ways from it. Needs about 600 gold. Splodge finished up the blade mail. Probably going for Shiva's next.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Going for sheep. Okay, going for sheep. OD has the push stick, has Dragon Lance. Almost has Hurricane Pike. Very good item on the OD. Vedith looking for someone to kill, but finds nobody. Moves on with his life. Coddle has push stick. Going for Aether Lens to increase that cast range of various things. Having some fun. Cool and Comfy has to be a bit careful, but okay, quickly taking back the outpost. Kadon has the push stick, going for Leakins. Okay. I would have thought I would have liked to see an Ags in this case, but hey, Leakins is pretty good too. Cancels out the Omni. Oh, cancels out the Omni Slash. But only the first attack of Omni Slash, right? Whatever, yeah. Okay, Harlequin's picked up the double Daedalus. Let's see if she can one-shot creep waves now. Let's follow this Harlequin. Yep, one-shot creep waves. I love it.
Dire's bottom tower
Edith has Abyssal Blade, very nice, and going for the heart. Makes a lot of sense. I would say you should get an AC quite soon, but heart's probably pretty good for now. Quatza has BKB, going for Blade Mail as well. Not going to do much versus the Jug, but sure, whatever. Here comes Edith, able to break up the Bristleback, doing quite a bit of damage, but almost able to finish off, and down goes Edith to the Sonic Wave combo. Dream Coil onto the Jug, and Will-O-Wisp, and Blood Bright hits, and down goes Edith, finally. 9-time streak ended. Quata dancing around, avoids the stomp. Will-O-Wisp still making Age of Dampiers. Follow the light. Look into the light. Nice. Nice, whatever you call it. Nice blinding light. Pushes people back. They're stuck in the static field. Icostar blinks forward aggressively on the Kadon. Should be able to finish off Kadon. We shall see. And down goes Kadon. So much back and forth.
Dire's middle tower.
Okay. Quata almost has the Blade Mail. Oh, Jug has the finished Axe. I love it. Axe is like the best on Juggernaut. So good. Oof. Oh, I gotta take a break at talking for a sec. You can just watch this for a little bit until we get some more action.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
And 3 right clicks and down goes Icostar. Harlequin finished up the Ags, which means you can't blink out of Dream Coil even with BKB. And you will stun from the coil break stun will go through BKB. Pretty crazy. Rupture onto Centaur and down goes Centaur. Harlequin doing crazy amounts of damage at this point. That's insane. And level 25 talent picked the Dream Coil Rapid Fire. That means when you catch someone in a Dream Coil, it's going to attack them. There's going to be an attack that comes from the center of the Dream Coil every some odd seconds. It's going to use your current auto attack. So with the double Daedalus, with the Maelstrom, with the Deso, that's a lot of damage. And that's why Icostar went down even though Harlequin was phase shifted, it was just Dreamcoil was just attacking her.
Dire's middle tower
Pretty crazy.
is under attack.
I'll take that as tribute.
Wow, game is going back and forth with that XP and net worth. My goodness. Clock has finished. Sheep. Quap has an Orchid and a BKB and a Yules. Finally getting up there. Jug has the Axe and has the Abyssal. Not saving for buyback. No need to. Age of Dampiers has the Heart finally. And now finally going for the Blink. Classic Age of Dampiers.
Dire's bottom tower is
Getting
under
some other
attack.
big items first. And then finally deciding to get the initiation item much later on. Splodge, yeah, we already went through Splodge. And Fever gets caught out and instantly dies. Very interesting build choice. Oh, Abyssal by the Jug. Onto the Edith and Puck. Not quite able to finish out Edith. Edith with the counter Abyssal. Rupture onto the Jug. Jug actually dropping pretty low. Will-O-Wisp catches all of them out. And Feeth gets caught by the Blood Rite as well. Wow, able to finish off Quata in response. Icostar blinks forward, able to finish off Kadon. Wow, somehow Feedith is still alive after all of that. I will say, very nice job by Edith with the counter Abyssal Blade to prevent Feedith from walking forward and getting that final last hit. A nice job by
Dire's middle
Harlequin
tower
to
is
avoid
under
for a while, was able to kind of dodge things out. The phase
against
shift.
all comers.
She died in the end, but still pretty close. Age of Dampiers, you can take the tower. You can take it. This does this returns damage to towers too. Oh, Abyssal quickly. Abyssal forward onto Kadon. Kadon goes down like instantly. Oh my gosh. And they quickly move on to top tower.
Dire's top tower is under
Go.
attack.
Feedith does a massive amount of damage. Edith needs to be crazy careful. Feedith has Swift Slash.
Dire's middle tower
Icostar blinks
is
forward
under
really
attack.
aggressively. Quickly attacks Caudle. Is Caudle gonna die? Caudle does go down. Edith, can you kill Icostar? I doubt it. Dream Coil onto Centaur on 2. A lot of damage to Centaur, but
Bad news for the
Feedith quickly jumps forward and is able to bash and finish taking out Harlequin. Feedith could probably take out Edith. Oh, here we go. Harlequin buys back. Abyssal forward and quickly down goes Harlequin. That is a dieback. And we've got Edith is getting really, really low. And Edith, in fact, so close to dying, isn't quite dead. Once again, Edith is like always able to survive. Abyssal back onto Fever because Fever is going crazy. Wow, Fever actually takes down Edith. I suppose 3k mana versus Abyssal back with 800 mana. That's quite a lot of damage. He was pretty low. That Bristle was. Fever finishes off the top racks, while Feeth is working on mid racks. Top lane is totally down. Mid is soon to follow. All we've got is Quata. Not really much Quata can do. I suppose he could keep spamming Blood Rites, but doesn't want to get too close to being in range of Feedith. Feedith isn't quite 6 slotted. Yes, they have 6 items, but definitely can buy Axe Blessing. They have 12k money. So buy an Axe Blessing, buy a Moon Shard, then you'll be, and then buy like another item. Then you'll be 6 slotted. TP's back to base for some reason. There we go. Got the Axe Blessing. Now, what are you gonna buy? I'm very curious. Okay, gets the Butterfly. Gives him some attack speed. OG finished up the Shivas. Has the Hurricane Pike. Very nice. Splodge has Boot to Travel. Centaur has the Heart. Going for a second Heart instead of a Blink. I suppose that's a choice. Sure. Sounds fun. These are the longest turbo games I've ever seen. I guess if they're all like about the same skill level, then it's not going to be a stomp. A lot of like the pub turbo games are, they're stomps, so they end really quickly. One team clearly wins. Aggressive or forward with the phase shift, has to blink out really quickly with the jaunt. Fetus drops down the healing ward. There's not really much of a way that the dire side can contest this Roche. Splodge pops the cogs down just to be safe. Down goes Roche. Fetus claims the Aegis. Time for one more push. Bot lane is all that's left. So last game, Fetus lost. Splodge won. I forget actually. Splodge pops the battery assault. It's level 25, so it has double speed. Minus 2.5 second or 2.5 second or 0.25 second battery interval. Edith is almost 6-slotted, going for the AC. Makes a lot of sense. Puck going for Lincolns now to stop that constant abyssal blink forward destruction. Okay, Quata got the Yules going for S and Y. Ico Star blinks aggressively forward. Dream Coil onto Ico Star. You're probably going to go down. Yules is to try to get away. Pops BKB Abyssal forward, and down goes Ico Star to one more right click. Ooh, Hookshot in onto a bunch. Omni Slash onto a bajillion people. Fetus takes down a lot of people. Fetus Swift Slash onto the Coddle, and Coddle also goes down. What's your next move, Fetus? Edith able to stun out Splodge. Hammer dropped onto Edith, doesn't really do much damage because Edith has plenty of mana. Splodge is pretty low but does not go down. Edith is still at full HP. Fetus goes forward, Abyssal Blades forward, able to take out Kadon. They can't really take out Edith, I don't think, until we get Silver Edge.
Astute observers like myself will note that
They just gotta kite. Just wait until Silver Edge is up, and then you won't kill yourselves. Look at that regen. Okay, there we go. There's the break, and then finally Edith dies. That was so close. 13 stacks with quills. Look, each stack does. There's max damage. Like, okay, there is max damage. 550 damage per like quill stack. That is just insane.
is under attack.
Fetus wants to fountain dive. Yep. Able to jump in and take out Cool and Comfy. Splodge tries to keep Fetus in there to try to get a little bit more saves. Abyssal quickly onto the Puck. And Harlequin dies instantly right before the game ends. Once again, the Radiant side dies. I mean, wins. Ugh. Radiant victory. Let's see, who was on the Radiant side last time? So Ico Star lost, Fetus lost. I think Age of Dampiers was the Age of Dampiers and Splodge. They were both on the Dire side. So Dire side wins. Last time they were on the Dire. I'm all confused. Whatever. The Dire side wins. I mean the Radiant side wins. I'm just so confused because I can't remember people's names. Whatever. Yes, Fetus and Edith are very confusing names. I will totally agree with you there. I didn't catch on to that for like a while because Edith was not in the previous game. But I kept saying like Fetus and Edith because Fetus and Edith were the two really farm people. It was a little bit confusing. Well, there we go. That is game number